First of all, let's give a huge applause for the dentists who passed the AFK August exam. Your hard work truly paid off. Congratulations. Take a break, wait for the next ACJ exam in 2024, and enjoy it. And for those who didn't receive the good news yet, I'm here today to share my personal experience and give you guidance because success in AFK exam within reach. My name is Mohammed Musa from AFK Study Plan. Today I will share my personal experience, give you guidance, and give you tips to restudy again and tweak your study, and most importantly, give myself and everyone here an advice that I think will be valuable for you. First, before we do anything, let's run a quick diagnostic test to see what really did go wrong with you so you can tweak it and get rid of that to go study again and pass your exam. Picture that. August 2021, after a stressful process just to book the AFK exam, and with the looming specter of COVID, I vividly remember that I come back to my house after doing the exam, going through my messy backyard. I was shocked to see the weed. It was so long, almost 1 meter, and what was more shocking, it was like my first time for me to see that. I go inside my house, my son ran to me and was so happy. "Baba, are you done with your exam?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he ran to his brother saying Baba will not stay in his basement study for long hours again. And that was far from the truth. Few hours before that, I was doing my exam in the parametric center, and I vividly remember that. It was between question 40 and 45. I was faced with 5 questions from a system I have no clue about it. It was International Cares Diction System. I have no clue about that then. And then I tried my best just to navigate through option, think about it again, and that was my first mistake. I got stuck here. My mental status was so down. I couldn't focus on easy question. And then suddenly I look at the timer. It was 1 hour remaining and I have 50 questions, which was fine, like 1 hour and 50 questions is the same as first hour for 50 questions. But because I was so stressed, I was just running through the question and I missed super easy question, diuretic question, antibiotic questions from topics I really know it by heart, but as the stress overcome me, I was knocked down. In the break, 15 minutes, just looking at the ceiling, thinking what's going on now. I go to second paper, I was trying to solve it, trying to calm myself down, but by question 60 or 65 in second paper, I knew it. I failed my exam. I will need to go again to do this exam. And this is extremely bad, to feel I failed while just doing the questions. Here's another truth. Not all topics for AFK exam are created equally. While studying high-yield topics like oral pathology and pharmacology seems rewarding in the exam, neglecting seemingly less important topics like anatomy, dental material, operative dentistry is a trap. Let me explain more. Topics in surgery like space infection and fracture of the skull are extremely important. Lacking of solid knowledge in anatomy render my efforts to study this topic futile. I was spending hours just trying to correlate between the apex of upper anterior teeth and the muscle of mastication and the other muscle of facial expression, and it was useless because I don't have solid knowledge in these topics. And that was my second mistake. Solving question in relaxed environment might feel helpful for you, but it's a huge trap. In the real A exam, it's a roller coaster. You will be faced with easy question, followed by 1 or 2 hard question, and then easy question. You need to train your stress muscle to withstand this stress. How you are going to do this? I would recommend solving at least 50 questions in a time frame of 1 hour. You are trying here to mimic the real exam condition. So you are stuck with your paper for 50 questions and you are trying to navigate the option, trying to mimic the condition. You are giving your stress muscle a heavy workout to train it so you can use it while it matters most during the real exam. If you feel you need more guidance about that, let's make one-to-one session. You can book the appointment from here I think, and in the description below. So let's discuss the way forward. But first and foremost, stop saying NDP want us to fail. If you do not trust your knowledge and your skills, success will remain elusive. Other dentists have triumphed under the same condition and the same exam. So why not you? You just need to adapt a new way of studying to make your study in depth and focus more on the high yield while not neglecting the other topics so you can pass your exam. Let me give you 6 steps so you can follow and one advice at the end of the video. Mental resilience. While studying for AFK exam, one of the most vital attributes you need to cultivate is mental resilience. It's not only about your dental knowledge, it's about how you are going to handle the stress during the exam. As we said, you will be faced with difficult questions. You just need to be ready for that. If you see difficult question, you need to navigate again. So you need to take a deep breath and read it again. If you see question from topic you have no clue about it, try to read it again. Maybe you missed some keywords. If you feel you cannot do it, just move away. I know this is easy to be said, hard to be done. But when you know you will be faced with this type of question, it's easier for you to go through it. Prioritizing topics. Not all topics are created equally for AFK exam. While it might seem overwhelming to study everything with the same intensity, a strategic approach is your key. Prioritizing high-yield topics is really important, like oral pathology and pharmacology. But neglecting seemingly less important topics like dental anatomy and dental material will render your effort futile. Because when you have solid understanding of the basic material, it will be easy for you to understand the most important and more difficult concept. When you understand the real concept, when you have hard question, at least you can know how to navigate through these questions, correct? Embracing the basics. Whenever you're struggling with high-yield topic like in surgery, for example, like space infection or fracture of the skull, I think you just need to revisit your basic knowledge so you can make it easier for you to understand that. Let me give you an example. You are trying to study what condition the infection from upper first molar will go to buccal space infection or to go to vestibular space infection. If you have solid understanding of the muscle of mastication, origin, insertion, and the muscle of facial expression, it will be easy for you to understand and get to know when this one will go here, when this one will go there. So, if you're facing difficulties in any topics, practical one, you just need to go back to your anatomy, dental material knowledge, dental operative knowledge, and reset it again. Trust me, it will give you surprising results. Scientific study methods. In 2023, it's essential that you adapting evidence-based way of studying. Spaced repetition and active recall are 2 important tools in your arsenal. Spaced repetition depends mainly that you will restudy again the same topic in a specific interval that you're making sure you hold most of the materials you need to know in your mind. While active recall is using your brain in 2 ways. Not like now you are listening to me in a passive way. No, in active recall, you will be faced with question before you study, so it will sparkle some idea in your brain. So while you're listening to me, you are waiting to answer this question. This way, you are using more than one center of your brain, being active, trying to study more, trying to gain more knowledge, and using more than one center in your brain. Mixing these 2 techniques together will give you totally different perspective in your study. Let me give you a practical example here. I will share with you a flashcard set for oral pathology condition and pharmacology drugs. Every study set will have card for every condition. The face of the card will have the name, the back of the card will have the most important information you need to know about this one. Every day, I want you to study only 10 conditions and 10 drugs. After 5 days, you should have been studying at least 100 cards. At the 6th day, I will give you a quiz that you need to solve. By the 7 days, you get the result of this quiz, and then you restudy again this 100 cards. And then you repeat next week. After 1 month, you have studied everything. Then repeat 2nd month, repeat 3rd month. And then you can thank me. Mimicking the exam condition. To pass AFK exam, it's not only enough to solve question in a relaxed environment. You need to mimic the real exam condition, timing and stress, so you can train your stress muscle to make it ready for the real exam condition. So what I would recommend you to solve at least 50 questions in 1 hour, which is like equivalent to the real exam. You will be faced with 200 questions in 4 hours. Then, after this 1 hour, you get your report, you get your wrong answers, and then you know what goes wrong. Missing a question meaning one of three things. First one, you didn't read the question carefully. Second, you have no clue about this topic. Third one, you missed a keyword. While you are trying to sorting your question that you missed in one of the three categories, will give you a report. This report you can use again to restudy again. But solving question like moving in the car, like bringing your kids from school, it's useless because you see the question, you see the answer. It's easy, man. But like if you are stressed with a time frame, if you are stressed staying in your basement or whatever you are going to study in a quiet condition trying to solve it, it will mimic the real condition exam and will stress you. It will give training for your stress muscle. So I have a mock package that mimicking the same condition, 1000 exam grade question, and I divided it to 10 mini mock. Every one you will have 2 hours to solve 100 questions, and then you will have a report, and then you have the correct answer, and then we can make a session together so we can discuss maybe the answer you don't understand this answer, so I can give you the reference about it and we can discuss it together. If you want to know more about that one, you can click the link in description or click the link here or here. I'm not really sure where it is. Last tip, avoiding remembered questions. And this is extremely important. Hunting remembered question in the social media is like crazy for everyone. And I have been in this trap for a very long time. So let me give you a humble advice here. Remembered questions are elusive. It will give you full security that you are in a good shape and in a good place and you can ace the exam. Question in the exam coming in a stressful condition. I might give you the question in a way, someone else will give you the question in another way. And you feel confused. This is the correct one or this is the correct one. Let me give you the truth here. Me and him are correct. And this is happening. And if you did go to exam, you can verify that. Like for LA calculation, you will have a question for lidocaine. Your friend will have a question in the same exam for articaine. You will be asked about the best graft for like sinus lifting. Your friend will be asking the same question, but instead of best type, it will be the worst type. So please stop hunting this question. Try to hunt the remembered concepts. We sharing the concept for the exam. Diuretic concepts are important, antibiotics are important, space infection are important, but again, you need to have solid knowledge of the anatomy and dental materials so you can tackle this question. So please stop hunting remembered questions. Now let's go to the final advice. I give it to myself before giving it to you. Balancing life and studies. Studying for AFK exam is very stressful, and passing this exam is a dream for everyone trying to study that. While you are in the rush of studying, go to collect material and do study again and again and again, you will neglect your personal life. This is a fact. But if you know that and you know this is important to get a balance and your mental well-being is extremely important for you to study in a good way, so you will try to navigate a way to have the balance between them. And let me give you a true fact. I know you miss it now, but let me state it for you. Passing AFK exam is just the first step in this long process. If you pass this one, you are in the process, but it's still a long journey. You have ACJ and you have practical. I don't want to give you negative energy here, but trust me, passing AFK is important for you just to go in the process. In the process, you will be faced with other challenges in the ACJ exam and practical exam. Mental toughness are extremely important, and balancing the work and life and family is more important than that. In conclusion, passing the AFK exam is filled with challenges. Challenges are not bad. It will give you opportunity to grow more in more than one aspect. You will have more dental knowledge. You will know how to handle stress, which you will need later in your journey. You need to cultivate mental resilience. You need to prioritize your study technique and material. You need to embrace the basics. You need to train your stress muscle so it can handle stress and give it hard work out so when you go to real exam you can use it. And finally, you need to find a balance between life, study, and your work. Like passing AFK exam while having some devastating bad side effect in your family or your kids is not good. And then you need to go through it again and again while doing the other exams. I hope that video was beneficial for you. I hope you can go back to this video. If you have any question, you can share it with me. I will leave in the description beneath the link for the one-to-one session, the mock package, and moreover, I will give you the access to the flashcard so you can try to do it with me. I did it once in a previous cycle with some of the people that take the mock package, and they really give me very good talk about this technique. It's just 1 month. Go with me 1 month. After 1 month, try it again until you learn. Thank you and see you soon.